Hey, good morning to you. So did you know that losing weight, let's see if this guy's surfing. Let's see, hold on. Let's see. I missed it. Let's see, we'll get one more. There we go. Oh, he's paddleboarding. It's like paddleboarding too. Beautiful day today. Hey, so did you know that losing weight is a lot like learning how to surf? Do you know how to surf? I'd love to know. If you know how to surf, drop it down below. Or you'd like to learn how to surf or lose weight. If you want to learn how to surf or lose weight, I want you to drop some shakas. The shaka. That's what you do. Woohoo! Things are good. Hey, all good. Let me go. All right, so is today Wednesday? Today I think is Wednesday, yes. Today's Tuesday or Wednesday? I even messed. Today's Wednesday. All right, get my days mixed up. Right? Like, here we go. Let's see. He's got one. That's a paddleboarder. Riding some waves. That's what they do here when paddleboarding. Hey, so how is losing weight a lot like learning how to surf? Well, I got a great story for you. When I learned how to surf. Now, I grew up by the water, but I never learned how to surf until I actually moved to this beach right here, to Atlantic Beach. And my wife, we moved here in 2002. Real kind of background story. We got married and moved here in 2002, found our really, like I say, forever home. We've been in the same home for 20 years. And unless somebody comes and offers me a ridiculous amount of money, hint, realtors, if you want to come and you got somebody that wants to offer me a ridiculous amount of money, have a knock on my door and we'll talk. But until then, I was learning how to surf. I really wanted to be near the coast. You guys know from my morning pictures and beach walks and stuff that I love the beach. And my wife does, and our family we've been able to raise. So my wife got me a surfboard, and I was 30. I really started to learn how to surf when I was 30 years old. And you're like, how the heck did you do that? Well, it took a lot of patience. It took a lot of effort. It took a lot of failed attempts. And I'm going to share with you what's so hard about surfing, which is very similar to losing weight. You want the ability to ride a wave. Like, now mind you, just hang tight with me with this story for a moment. Like, there's nothing until I really rode my very first wave and I said, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love it. There's not a feeling like riding a wave or even getting barreled, which I hadn't had it really happen to me too often. But I got to a point. Now, did I just at 30 and on my first surfboard go out in the water and start surfing and it was really amazing? No, I was terrible at it. I actually was, people would call me a kook. Now maybe you are a kook right now when it comes to losing weight. Maybe you felt like a kook about your weight loss journey for your whole life. Maybe you just didn't really put in the effort and time or learn how to surf. So that's what I want to share with you. Why weight loss and losing weight is a lot like surfing is. It takes time to learn how to do it well. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of wipeouts. Maybe you feel like your weight loss journey is just a series of wipeouts. And I'm here to tell you, now how did I get better at surfing? Repetition, I learned. But I didn't just keep doing the same thing over and over again. I actually learned from getting wiped out. I was like, this isn't very fun. I don't like wiping out. Look at those guys surfing. I want to ride the waves. Like the guys are riding the waves next to me. I want to learn. So I asked them. I inquired, I looked to the people that were already doing it. I surfed with other people who were much better than me. I went on surf trips, went to Costa Rica and surfed waves and learned how to surf because it was like, you either have fun or you don't. And I know when those of you, if you're listening right now and you're struggling on your weight loss journey and it's been a very long journey, it isn't fun. Having to struggle with weight for years and years and years and years is not fun. Just like it is if you were to actually get a surfboard, get in the water, and never really learn how to surf and never be able to really ride the fun waves. And it's so fun. So maybe you realize that it's not fun to not lose the weight or to not get it off, to keep struggling. Maybe you realize that maybe you're doing the same thing. You're not doing anything other than continuing to do the same things that got you in trouble last time with your weight, which is maybe you try a diet for a week, you try counting calories, you wing it, you maybe join a gym and never go, maybe you ask a friend to keep you accountable, or you try to hold yourself accountable. You say, this is going to be the week that it's going to be something different. This is going to be the year. For my year, I'm going to take back my health. I'm going to get the weight off. And then what happens, right? Because you relied on your own efforts. Then you went through the same kind of situation you did last year or last 5 years. and you're still stuck. It would be like me out in big waves and never really learning how to surf and just getting pounded, what they call is wipeout, keep wiping out, right? Not learning how to get beyond all of the struggle of the waves before you can actually ride the big waves. And you know what? Life is meant to ride on a big wave, to enjoy, to have a blast, to live. If you feel like you're, if you're in your 40s, let's see if we can get somebody. There's some paddle boarders over here, and since I've been walking, sun is up, it's beautiful. There's some paddle boarders out there. It's no different for paddle boarding. Like, I know some people that paddleboard that would love to paddleboard, but they don't have a paddleboard. They haven't learned how to do it. They haven't actually tried it. Like, that didn't just come overnight. You don't just jump on a paddleboard and go. You actually have to practice. You got to learn like how to paddle, what kind of size board you need, et cetera, et cetera. So my question to you is, how are you learning how to lose weight? How are you learning how to surf, so to speak? Are you just a kook? Are you acting like a kook and just trying to figure it out on your own? Are you just winging it? Are you just taking the pounding on the head, the waves, taking a pounding? That's another term in surfer language. If you're a kook, chances are you're going to take a pounding. Now, with your weight loss battle, maybe right now you're taking a beating, taking a pounding, and you're getting beat up by the waves, so to speak, in your weight loss journey. And I'm here to tell you, you can do it. But the reality is you're not going to probably get it done on your own. If you're in your 50s or maybe in your 60s and you haven't already figured it out, you haven't figured out the solution, you haven't gotten the help you need, I'm just going to hate to break it to you, but I'm going to just tell you the straight out truth. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. And hey, if you want to go down that route to the extreme method of losing weight by going to a doctor and having them tighten up your stomach and have you only eat and have that bypass surgery, I'm telling you right now, that's not a solution. Even if your doctor says, hey, let's talk about bariatric surgery, talk about it. But I can tell you, you want to come and talk to me or talk to my wife, who's a GI nurse practitioner, has been doing it for 7 years and has talked to multiple people with multiple issues after. It's not a solution. Gastric bypass sleeve is not a solution. It is a quick fix, I'm here to tell you. So that's all I have. Hopefully you'll learn how to surf. If you need help with learning how to surf, I'm one of many coaches. There's many coaches out there, but there's not many really good ones that can understand where you're at in your season of life. You see, I didn't start surfing. There's one. I didn't start surfing until I was 30. I really didn't get really good at it, and I'm not still even really good at it. Too busy taking care of my students and my family. I do get out when I can, but it took me a good 5 to 10 years to really get it. Now, I'm not saying it should take you 5 to 10 years to get really good at fitness or get really good at losing weight, but it probably will take you some time and some patience and the right help and the right accountability and the right kind of support. If you want that, reach out to me, send me a message, and we'll get on it. Just send me a private message and just say surf. That's all you got to do is put the word surf, and we'll talk. Take care. God bless.